Very good morning. I am Siva. Okay, today I'm going to talk about Industrial Revolution 4, or better known as IR 4.0, how to stay relevant in the future job market. That is our topic for today. Right, in this session, we'll be seeing how technology advancement under the IR 4.0, especially the artificial intelligence or known as AI and automation are expected to have the most significant impact on our future employment market. At the end of this session, I believe students and future job seekers not only be prepared to face the IR 4.0, but they should be also become the change agent and change leaders to face the IR 4.0 workplace. Right? Let's move on with our slides. Okay, thank you. Right. IR 4.0. Okay, IR 4.0 is known as Industrial Revolution 4.0. Right before this, we had Industrial Revolution 1.0, Industrial Revolution 2.0, Industrial Revolution 3.0, and this century we have our IR 4.0 or Industrial Revolution 4.0. Right, Industrial Revolution 4.0 refers to the intelligent networking of machines and processes for industry with the help of information and communication technology, which is known as technology advancement. IR 4.0 can be defined as a name for a current trend of automation and data exchange in the manufacturing technologies, which covers four areas: cyber physical system or CPS, Internet of Things IoT, cloud computing, and cognitive computing. And the fourth one is creating the smart factory. IR 4.0 is the digital transformation of manufacturing and production. And it is related, and of course, to the related industries and value creation process. A new stage in the organization and control of industrial value chain. Okay? IR 4.0 is a new stage in the organization and control of industrial value chain. Cyber physical system or CPS from the basic of IR 4.0, okay, which is known as smart machines. Example, smart machines. Right. CPS use modern control system, have embedded software system and dispose of internet address to connect and be addressed via IoT or Internet of Things. With this, products and means of production get networked and can communicate, enabling new ways of production, value creation, and the real-time optimization. It also creates the capabilities needed for smart factories, example, or remote monitoring or tracking, tracing, and control via Internet of Things or IoT. IR 4.0 is characterized by first, more automation than in the third industrial revolution. So in third industrial revolution, automation started, but now it is more under the 4.0. The bridging of the physical and digital world through cyber physical system enabled by industrial IoT, a shift from a central industrial control system to one where smart products or gauges define the production steps, closed loop data models and control system. And the fifth one is personalization or customization of product. These are the four IR 4.0 characteristic. The goals of IR 4.0 are: first is to enable autonomous decision making process; two, monitor assets and processes in real time; third is enable equally real time connected value creation networks through early involvement of stakeholders; and the fourth is vertical and horizontal integration. IR 4.0 has 9 pillars of technology advancement. First is big data. The second one is augmented reality. Third is simulation. The fourth is Internet of Things or IoT. The fifth is cloud computing. The sixth is cybersecurity. The seventh is systems integration. Eight is additive manufacturing. And the last one, the ninth one, is autonomous systems. So these are the 9 pillars of IR 4.0 technology advancement. Let's look at the impact of IR 4.0. IR 4.0 is changing how we live, work, communicate, and also how do we do business now. It is changing the things we value and the way we value them in the future. It is already changing the business models and employment trends. Automation and artificial intelligence or AI are the change agents in IR 4.0. Robots and other forms of automation are replacing human. More and more jobs being taken by automation and also artificial intelligence. The World Economic Forum in 2015 estimated that 65% of kids enrolling in primary education today, that's back in 2015, will end up working in jobs that haven't been created. Okay, so they are looking at year 2030, 31. So by year 2030, 31, those kids that enrolling for primary education now, they'll be out of their college, university looking for a job. Okay, so what they will do when they are out looking for a job, they'll be working in a job where it has not been created yet. The World Economic Forum also predicted by year 2040, 80% of the jobs in the world will be automated. Okay, it will be done via automation. McKinsey Global Institute reported some 375 million jobs worldwide will be vanished by 2030. Oxford study in 2017 predicted job losses up to 47% within 50 years. US Bureau of Labor Statistics reported 1.4 million jobs in the US will be gone in just or next 8 years. IR 4.0 would make certain groups of employees redundant because of digitalization and robots, replacing them with new workers with needed skills or with machines that able to do the job cheaper and with higher productivity. Okay, gone are the days where students go to college or university to study for a degree that will set them up with a job for life. Now the trend has changed. Degree alone is not sufficient or enough for them to secure a job. With technological advances, jobs would be automated. Jobs with the below three qualities are most likely to be automated. So as long as you have a job with these three qualities or one of these qualities, the job will be automated. One is repetitive job. Okay, repetitive job. That means doing the job, same job again and again. So that is a repetitive job. For repetitive job, would be chances are there to be automated. Jobs done based on rules or algorithm, especially in banking, finance. Okay, algorithm set, the rules are set, so jobs are being done according to rules and algorithm. Then we don't need human to do the job. Machine can do the job. Automation can do the job. Right. The third one is job involve limited or well-defined physicality. Okay, where the job doesn't require much physical activity or physical involvement. So these are the three qualities where the jobs can be or most likely to be automated in the future. Let's look at the future job market. With smart technology becoming more mainstream, we need to focus on the impact that IR 4.0 will have on our future job market. The global job market is increasingly adopting new technology. Okay? The global job market is increasingly adopting new technology. The new technology makes it easier for companies to automate routine tasks and could disrupt the balance between job responsibilities completed by human and those completed by machine and algorithm in terms of output, quality, productivity, cost, and also errors done. Okay, so where when machines do it, or by doing it via automation, compared to human, the output would be more, quality will be improved, productivity will be increased, and cost will be reduced, and also error or human error can be reduced. Over the last few years, the use of new technology has caused some roles to disappear while also creating new, previously unheard of job titles. Example, the rise of online flight booking sites has drastically reduced the number of physical travel agents. Technology advancement have also led to the emergence of brand new job titles. Example like application developer, social media marketers, data scientists. So these are the brand new job titles under the technology advancement. Regardless, once the IR 4.0 reaches full maturity, it will impact nearly every industry in every country. Let's look at the key to future job creation. According to Graham Brown Martin, the key to future job creation is depending on areas where humans are able to beat machines. So where the job is done, where human can beat machine, that job will be created. That means the future job creation will be there. First criteria, creative endeavors. everything from scientific discovery to creative writing and entrepreneurship, all under, covers under the creative and DVS. The second was in social interaction, the second criteria. Those jobs require social interaction. Robots just don't have the kind of emotional intelligence that humans do. They can't have social interaction. So only human can have or human able to do the social interaction. The third criteria, the job requires physical dexterity, skills in performing the task, and also the mobility in performing tasks. Example, physical activities such as any movement like hiking, mountain climbing, swimming, dancing, which gives human extraordinary agility and physical dexterity. So these are the criterias the job for a job in future and to be created in the future. Let's look at how to stay relevant in future job market. What do we need to do? IR 4.0 is largely driven by four specific technological development. First, high-speed mobile internet. Two, AI and automation or artificial intelligence and automation. The third, the use of big data analytics. And the fourth is cloud technology. Of these four technologies that we have just seen, AI and automation are expected to have the most significant impact on employment figures within the global workforce. A recent study released by McKinsey Global Institute, they reported that roughly one fifth of the global workforce will be impacted by the adoption of artificial intelligence and automation, with the most significant impact in developed nations like UK, German, US, and also developing nations like us. By 2020, 50% of the companies believe that automation will decrease their number of full-time staff. This was also reported by McKinsey Global Institute. They also reported that by 2030, robots will replace 800 million workers across the world. This shows that there would be tough competition between human and robot, human and also automation, or generally artificial intelligence. Based on the above that we saw, the numbers or the figures may sound very depressing. It may also simply represent the change within the workforce and displaced employees could, with the right skill, and able to take on more beneficial roles. The World Economic Forum reported that 38% of the business believe artificial intelligence and automation technology will allow employees to carry out new productivity enhancing jobs. Over 25% of the companies think automation will result in emergence of new roles. So under the IR 4.0, we will have new roles, new position, new job, which is related to technology advancement or which is related to AI, automation, robots. Okay, so we will have new roles, new jobs, new positions under the IR 4.0. IR 4.0 could also lead to more companies employing specialists, contractors, or remote workers. Due to the new technology and changing demand, employers may also become more supportive of existing employees wanting to work remotely or flexibly, giving potential and current employees more freedom to work how, when, and where can be beneficial for companies. It can allow them to recruit global workers, increase employee loyalty and commitments, scale at a quicker pace, and reach new levels of productivity. Employees have benefits too, as not having to commute means they will have more free time, a better work life balance, and greater flexibility, leading to overall employee satisfaction and commitment. Former VC of UITM, Emeritus Professor Dato IR Dr. Muhammad Azri Kasim said, to cope with rapid changes in the industry and to prepare for IR 4.0, students must have beyond technical skill, beyond university degree, beyond college degree. What they need is soft skills. Okay, beyond technical skills, what they need soft skills to join the IR 4.0 job market. Students must realize tertiary education alone not enough to prepare them for the IR 4.0 job market. They must understand that academic programs just not sufficient to make them job ready. They need more than academic program. They must have high level of personal competencies or personal skills. They need very high level of personal competencies and skills to stay or to sustain under the IR 4.0 job market. So, what students or job seekers need to do to prepare for the IR 4.0? First, students will need to learn and apply a variety of hard skills. So, when you say hard skills, these are those technical skills related to technology advancement, related to technology. They have to be technology savvy. Okay? Students have to be technology savvy, where they know they will learn and apply, they're able to learn and apply variety of technical skills or hard skills. Two, they will have to combine know-how related to a specific job or process. They must be able to relate what they have studied under their technical skill with the actual job being done on the shop floor. Okay, so what they have learned and what they have now is technical skill or the hard skill. They should be able to translate that technical skill into actual practical or physical process. Okay, so the knowledge that they have, it is known as a know-how. Okay, but that know-how is not enough. Okay, so in order for them to improve their personal competencies, they need to improve their attitude and they need to improve the skills. So to improve attitude, you need soft skills. Okay, to improve attitude, you need soft skills, and to improve skills, Okay, to improve skills, what we need to do is to practice or apply the know-how, the knowledge, technical and the soft skills knowledge that they have learned. So they need to apply it. They need to apply and continuously keep on doing the same until it becomes skill. Okay, so for a student to improve their personal competencies, they need knowledge, they need to improve their attitude and continuously practice the knowledge they have so that it will become skill. Students and job seekers must know the technique for working with robots or changing tools on machine. Under the IR 4.0, employees or students that will be employed, they will be working with robots, machines with artificial intelligence. They should be able to learn and know how to manage. You must learn the techniques to manage robots, to manage machines, to operate robots, to operate machine, and also when it comes to maintenance, basic maintenance, they should be able to do some basic maintenance work and also be able to change some tools so that it can continue running. Students must also have IT competencies, which range from basic, which is using spreadsheet and assessing interfaces, to the advanced level where you need to apply advanced programming and analytical skills. The soft skills will become more important than ever due to unprecedented scope of change on the shop floor. That's why I said earlier, the technical skill or the hard skill alone is not enough. Okay, the university degrees alone is not enough. We need to learn soft skills. Okay, when you say soft skills, we are referring to the personal competencies or personal skills, how to improve their personality. Okay, so what they need is they need to learn soft skills. Students will have to learn and apply multiplicity skills. When you say multiplicity skills, is the hybrid or mix of hard and soft skills, the hard skills and soft skills. They have to be more open to change. They must be able to accept changes because they must understand whenever there's a change, definitely there is some good thing going to happen in our workplace. They will also benefit from the change. So they must be able to be open to change and accept the changes. Students must also post greater flexibility to adapt to new roles and work environment. Okay, so they must continuously adapt new things, new learning, new roles, new work environment. Okay, they can't just sit and think that they are happy with what they have. It is not that. They need to adapt to the new roles, new change. If they don't adapt, they can't change and adapt, then they can't accept and adapt, then they'll be left over. Okay? They'll be left over and definitely they cannot stay relevant in the future job market. Students have to get accustomed to continual interdisciplinary learning. Okay? So when you say continual interdisciplinary learning, okay, every aspect take it as learning. Okay, don't be choosy because you never know what kind of job that you will have in future. So every aspect, everything that you see, everything that you can learn, learn. Okay, because why? When you learn, It's actually you are developing yourself. Okay, being a student, you are developing yourself. You are adding value to yourself. When you are adding value to yourself, when later when you go to the job market or when you even go for an interview, you are able to sell yourself well. Okay, so those who are able to sell themselves well, that means those who can really tell the interviewers what are the knowledge that you have or interdisciplinary knowledge that you have. So chances are there or chances are higher for them to be hired to secure a job. Okay, let's look at what are those jobs least likely to be impacted by IR 4.0. While robots may be better at quickly, efficiently, and safely completing physical or predictable tasks. That is, robots they can do job faster than human in terms of efficiency, higher than human, and of course in terms of safety, better than human. So they are able to do better job or better tasks compared to human. But robots are not better at everything. They're not good at everything. Robots do not have, or robot, I can say most robots, they are lack in social and cognitive skills. Robots can't socialize, they can't adapt to situation. Okay, so robots are machines. Okay, what they have is only artificial intelligence, not natural intelligence. So with the artificial intelligence, they only can do job which has been programmed, okay, into them. So whatever not being programmed into them, they are not able to do it. Robots might be able to work as chatbots to answer customers' questions and complaint within the given framework. That means they can only answer to those questions which has been already programmed in them. If you have a new question or different question, they are not able to answer. And at the same time, they are generally lack enough empathy to adequately support or care for customer. They don't understand how customer feels. They don't understand what exactly customer going through. Why? Because robots has got there's no, I mean, they have got no emotional. Robots are just machines without any emotional. Okay, don't have any emotion. Okay, so they don't feel what customers feel. They don't care or support customers adequately. So what they can do, only the job as whichever has been programmed, they can answer the complaints which already being set based on the framework already being set. So there are what do you call that, disadvantages of robots. So this is where human comes in, human with soft skills comes in. Okay, as a result, roles that are unlikely to be automated involve recognizing cultural sensitivities, caring for others, creative or complex reasoning or perception, and manipulation. So, when it comes to recognizing cultural sensitivities, caring for others, creative or complex reasoning or perception, manipulation, these types of jobs cannot be done via automation or via machine or robots. These only suitable for human. Why? Because human has the flexibility. Okay, they are able to socialize, they are able to interact, they feel empathy for others, they care for customer, they're able to support customers. So, for example, like social workers, nurses, nuclear engineers, teachers, and writers can rest assured that they won't be replaced by robots or anytime soon. If you look at social workers, nurses, nuclear engineers, teachers, and writers, okay, it is not just limited to this, and this is just a few that I mentioned. Okay, it is not limited to this, it is more than this. Okay, these all involve humans' physical touch. Okay, when the job requires human physical touch, here that means they need soft skills. Okay, the physical touch means soft skills. Okay, robots you can't program at the moment. You know, anytime soon you cannot program soft skills. I'm not sure about in the future, but now you only technical skills or anything to do with tasks, technical tasks you can assign robots, automation, or machines. But anything to do with soft skills, okay, personal skills or human personal skills, you still need human to do the job. Let's look at the list of jobs or list of soft skills required for future job market. First is critical thinking. Okay, critical thinking is how we think out of the box. Okay, robots or machines they can think, but they can think according to what has been set, has been programmed into them. Okay, so here we are talking about how are we supposed to think out of the box. That is critical thinking. Second skill is leadership. Okay, here when you say leadership, we must know what are the leadership functions: planning, organizing, staffing, leading, controlling. Can automation or robot do those functions? Definitely not. Those are all involving soft skills where only human can do it. So human need leadership skill, teamwork skill. Okay? Teamwork skill is required because when we work, we don't work on silo. We work in a team. We work with others. Okay, so we must understand that working in team is definitely not easy because the team will go through team development stages from the forming stage. You go move on to the forming, then storming stage. From storming, then you go to norming, then only you go to performing stage, and then finally the adjourning stage. So every team that you form for any task, or when you work in a team with any for any task, the team will definitely go through the team development stages from forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. They will go through that. So when a team can go through and succeed in going through the stages, definitely the team will meet their target or the goal that has been set. Lifelong learning, as I said earlier, daily, everything that you see, everything that we face, we need to learn. We are able to, that's a learning from that. Good or bad, it is still learning. So, learning, don't limit ourselves, don't limit yourself when it comes to learning. Learn as much as you can. Not only technical, even technical and soft skills. Learn as much skills that you can. Learn as much knowledge or know-how as you can. Even if it is not related to your job, learn because you never know when this knowledge would be handy to us. Complex problem solving. Okay, when you say complex problem solving, complex means few layered. Okay, in problem solving, there are few layers. First, we need to identify the problem. We must be able to identify a problem and we have to make sure it is really a problem. Then once you have identified the problem, then you move on to the next stage. So now we're talking about complex. Huh? Next stage, which is identifying the root cause. After identifying the root cause, I mean, with too many root causes, then you have to make decision which is the root cause that is most relevant. So we choose the root cause. From that root cause, then we will come out with solutions. Okay, and from that solution, we have to decide. Okay, we have to decide which is the best solution, and then we draw our plan how are we going to implement that solution. And when we will implement the solution, we need to follow up, and then we have to make sure collect the result and compare whether that solution is really helping us reduce the problem or not. Okay, we have to compare before and after. Then, if it is working, then move on with the problem solving until you close, and then move on to the next level or next problem. Or if it is not showing any progress or positive result, then go back to the next solution and then start implementing the solution. Okay, so if you notice in complex problem solving or in problem solving, we call it complex because it is multi-layered. Few steps involved. Okay, systematic steps involved, and every step involves decision making. First, we decide whether it's a problem or not. Second, we decide what is the root cause. Then we decide which solution to implement. Then we decide what are the plan that we're gonna draw to implement the solution. Then we decide after implementing whether it is working or not working, and then we decide to move on or to go back to next plan. So every step in problem solving involves decision making, critical thinking, okay, and then creativity. What is creativity? Creativity is coming out with the idea or thinking something different from the others. Okay, coming up some new ideas. Okay, even you can tap on people's idea and then you can come up with a new idea. That's called creativity. Personal development. This has got it is actually it is related to lifelong learning. In lifelong learning, we are actually developing our self. So personal development in terms of soft skill and also technical skill is happening. We also develop ourselves with our knowledge. We develop ourselves with our presentation. How do we look? Our personality. So all that comes under personal development. Interpersonal, or we call it interpersonal skill. How do we interact with others? How do we work with others? Because remember, when we work, we are working in team. Okay, when we are working in team, we need interpersonal skill. And then followed by people management. Okay, why? Because we don't work on silo, we work with people, right? So people management, and then how do we coordinate with others? Okay, we learn how to coordinate with others, and how do we adapt to changes. Okay, and here we have this concept of adopt and adapt. Okay, if it is something new, you can adopt it. Okay, but if you find there need to be some changes, tweak here and there, then you try to adapt to the changes. Okay, either you adopt or you adapt it. Okay, effective communication. When we talk about effective communication, you must remember that communication has got two important skills. First skill is listening skill. The second one is feedback skill. Most of the time, communication fail or it is called ineffective communication. Why? Because it is only one way. When you say one way, they listen or partially listen, but they fail to give feedback. When that someone fail to give feedback, then it is ineffective communication. Communication loop must be completed where when you listen, you must give feedback. Okay, and then the next one is emotional intelligence. Here we are talking about EQ. Okay, how we are supposed to manage emotional ours and also people around us. Okay, and then next is decision making. Why decision making? In the process of problem solving, we make decision even in every aspect, every now and then, every moment, without we realizing we are making decision. Okay, and then next is soft skills on service orientation, and next is on negotiation skill, and the last one is cognitive flexibility. And the soft skills are just not limited to this. It has more. Okay, here I just drawn out a few. Okay, here I've given at least about 18 soft skills required for future job market. So just soft skill alone is not enough. We must remember we must have the hybrid, both technical and soft skill. On top of your degree, on top of your academic qualification, okay, you also need the soft skills. Okay, but most of the university colleges, they teach soft skills, but the priority not given on soft skills. So priority definitely given on the academic program. So where do you learn your soft skills? There are so many ways for us to learn our soft skills. Okay, via online, from people, from others attending training. There are so many ways for us to learn soft skills. Okay, but remember, whatever you learn, always remember the three concepts or the three elements under the concept of learning. When you learn something, first you must know that you must understand what you have learned. Okay. Second, after you learn, you need to keep it or need to retain it. How long you're going to retain it? So that retention part, it's all depending on the third element, which is application. If you apply, definitely you can retain for long. But if you do not apply, then you cannot retain it for long. Okay, so remember when you learn something new, okay, you must understand first and then you decide how long you're going to retain. That can be only decided or done with the third element, which is applying or application. All right. Okay, we are now at the conclusion page. Right. IR 4.0 is happening faster than any other. The full impact of Industry 4.0 or IR 4.0 is yet unknown, as many of the technologies in questions are functioning at the earliest stage of their development. The changes to our working culture also remain to be seen, but as these new technologies unfold, I'm sure the faces of some sectors will become unrecognizable. Lifelong learning is the belief that all students and future workers will become accustomed to upskilling and learning new information, know how, and skills throughout the duration of their career. Okay. I hope with this, okay, with this session, I hope that all are able to understand, not fully, but understand a bit on how to prepare and face the IR 4.0 workplace, right? How to be prepared and how to get themselves ready to face the IR 4.0. And just not only that, they must be also become, or you must be also become the change agent or the change leaders. Okay, so don't really wait for the changes to happen. You start changing now. Prepare yourself now. Okay, adapt to all the changes. Lifelong learning, continuously learn, and definitely you are able to secure a job and you are able to face the IR 4.0 workplace. Right. With that, I'm ending my session. Right. Thank you and all the best. Good luck.